how to use the pens over your pencil markings. Today I have two different size pens. One is a smaller tip and the other is a little thicker, it's a little more bold. So for my building, I would like to use the bolder tip to go around the outside of the buildings, and the thinner tip will be used for the windows as well as shadows. Because I am using more box and cube shapes, I will be using my ruler again today so that I get the straightest line possible. And I'll just begin by tracing some of my boxes. So now I'm going to go over the window lines in some of these boxes, and then I will go over how to use the markers for shadows. When you're using the markers, you want to be careful because sometimes at the end of a line, the marker or pen will create a buildup of the ink, in which case if you go over the ruler with that little puddle, it'll smear the ink around your paper. So you want to be careful when you're making those lines and to catch any bubbles or puddles so that you don't smear the ink all over your project. So for the shadows, we can tell where a shadow is going to be because of where something is overlapping. For instance, this cube is behind this one and this one, so there's going to be a shadow in here. This cube is behind this one, so there'll be a shadow here, and then there'll be a shadow along this. For the shadows, I would like it if you use small lines to create a shadowed effect. And I want you to use the ruler if it fits the style of your building, but I think that hatching will allow us to create that clean sketch style of most architectural By using the clean lines, we are more likely to get that effect through hatching. It creates a cleaner version of shadows when using pens. If you are doing a more curved building, it would be interesting to see these straight lines as your shadow. However, it would also be interesting to see what kind of shadow you can make without the straight lines. I would suggest practicing that on some scrap paper before marking them on your project though. As you can see, we have made some dimension within these areas, and we can tell that this area is a little darker than here or here, meaning there's more light hitting those places than in this area. And then once you have completed all of the ink on your whole thing, you can go in with an eraser and erase your pencil markings. And then you have a very clean concept. I hope this tutorial was once again helpful, and I look forward to seeing everyone's finished projects.